famous from the Rocky movie. I think everybody knows you from that movie, number 4.
Yes.
As, what was your nickname?
Ivan Drago, vicious Soviet fighter.
And some people, they just know you pretty much from the start of that.
Yeah.
So maybe you could give some brief introduction what you did before you even started your movie career, because I know you have a very good reputation. You've been doing a lot of sports, traveling.
Yeah, I am from Sweden, as are you, I think. And I started studying engineering in school, university. I went on scholarships to different countries like United States and Australia. At the same time, I was doing martial arts, Kyokushin karate, which is like a full contact karate. So I was competing karate and studying engineering during the day, and I ended up in New York City. And I had a scholarship to MIT in Boston, but I met this girl. So there was a girl involved. Yeah. There you go. And everything went south. I met this singer, Grace Jones, who was pretty famous back in the 80s, and she lived in New York, and we hung out together and became a couple. And then from there, I kind of learned about show business and got excited. And there was something I did when I was a kid in Sweden. I used to do theater and music and things like that. So I decided to become an unemployed actor, give up my scholarship, and didn't tell my parents. I just kind of, just sort of like let it lie for a while. And within a year or so, I was out here in LA making movies.
This was a big challenge for you to do that, to take that step.
It was a big challenge. It was just one of those times in life when you feel it didn't feel right to be an engineer for the rest of my life. It didn't seem that exciting.
It wasn't you.
To shake test tubes the rest of my life. No, I was actually, when I was younger, I did a lot of music and theater and things like this, and played drums, played the trombone. And as a matter of fact, now I'm making a film now that I'm directing, which takes place during a rock concert. So I'm playing a drummer. I'm portraying a drummer, and there's a lot of music and performances in the movie, so it's kind of fun.
That's amazing. That's something that I don't think everybody knows, that you have this drumming expertise too.
Yeah, well, it's expertise, I wouldn't call it. I have to practice now for this movie, so we'll see if I can pick it up.
It's going to be fun to see that. You have extremely generous proportion of muscles for being a martial art. Do you think that it help you or hinders you to perform and fight?
Well, I think if you get too big, yeah, it does. It can get in your way a little bit because it slows you down, and you need a certain number of slow endurance fibers, I think, to be a martial artist, because it's about endurance. So I think the balance is good. I think boxing and martial arts are good sports for creating a harmonious physique.
Yeah. And did you purposely build your body for martial arts, or was it more for cosmetic or to get into acting?
First time I started, it was for martial arts. It was to become stronger, become a better fighter. So I did a lot of leg work, a lot of squats and deadlifts and leg machines. I was very thin, had a very thin upper body when I used to fight. Very thin and just all legs, because you move around your legs. To throw good punches, you don't really need a lot of muscles. You see a lot of fighters, they're very thin, but they have that torque in their body. But then when I got into Rocky IV and met Sylvester Stallone and I had to get that role in a movie, he wanted me to put on weight. Then he wanted me to put on some upper body weight, so I started doing more weights and just doing regular bodybuilding 6 days a week, like a different muscle group split.
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of back to doing what I did when I was younger, to do more martial arts and just live weights.
Okay, because that's what I was going to ask you about. When you got this part, did they put you on a special training routine to gain size? And how much size did you gain? How much weight did you gain for this part?
Well, at first I had to audition for it, so they wanted me to gain 10 kilos or so it's quite a bit. 20 pounds. So I trained myself for about 8-9 months, or about 6 months, from It was in the summer when I first met Stallone, and then around Christmas I did a screen test. So then I'd put on maybe 5 kilos of muscles. I'm doing like heavy bodybuilding 6 days a week.
Yeah.
And then after that, maybe I put on a few more kilos, but I got more cut because I was out here with Stallone. We trained 5 months, about 4 hours a day for 5 months. 2 hours of bodybuilding in the morning and 2 hours of boxing in the afternoon. So it made you very cut.
That was a very intense day. It must have been very intense.
Yeah, it was intense.
How did it feel to train together with Sylvester Stallone then? Because you didn't. I mean, you just was a beginner in the acting.
I was nobody. I'd never seen a camera.
Yeah.
I mean, I was very good at martial arts, but I was very impressed by him and I looked up to him very much and respected him, and I still do.
Yeah, that's an awesome experience.
Yeah.
And for this preparation for the Rocky '82, did you have to change when it comes to nutrition supplements? Did they put you on your diet? Have your diet changed? Did you add more supplements, nutrition changes?
Yeah, there was quite a bit of change. When I used to fight, I never really went on the diet. The only thing I did was sometimes we'd do carb loading for competition. So you would train, no carbs, just protein for maybe 3 or 4 days, 5 days, quite hard, and just deplete your body, and then you'd carb up the day before the competition. But as soon as I met Stallone, of course, he was sort of very good with diet, and I had to sort of go on a much more high protein diet and less carbs and less fats, and just basically more meals, 5-6 meals a day. I was very much into bodybuilding for about 5 years around that time.
Yeah. And during these scenes you were doing together with Stallone, or all these boxing scenes,
Yeah.
fight scenes, did you ever get hurt? I mean, you were very close-ups, very...
Yeah, well...